What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Is It Dope or Nope, the series where we take a look at a figure priced $50 or less and see if it's worth the cheddar or not. Today we got Marvel Legends, HulkBuster, and Hulk figures picked up for about $80 when it first came out, $40 a figure, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. But before we do, remember, if you like the videos, hit that like button, also subscribe for more, and then leave a comment down below. What do you think? Is this figure dope or nope? All right, I'm ready to get this done. So let's get this started in 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, we got the Marvel Legends package out of the box right away. We're getting right into it, guys. We got Hulk and HulkBuster, some of my favorite figures. Picked them up when they first came out. I don't even know when they first came out. They came out, I got this like 5 or 6 years ago, though. 80 bucks at some random toy store. Amazing figures, guys. At least they're trophy figures. Let's keep it real. They are super trophy figures. So Age of Ultron, Hulk, starting off with him, taking a closer look. Let's go ahead and do that. Look at that. Look at that figure likeness. What do you think? Does he look like Hulk? Look at the chest hair. Even got like some chest hairish. The pants look good. Everything looks on point. I mean, as far as like the Hulk goes, have you seen the new Hulk, how the chest caves in? That rubberness. All right, look at that one though. That's like almost identical, which is really amazing. I kind of that's super dope, guys. I dig on these ones. There are some pros and cons though, so we're gonna go ahead and get into that with the articulation first. Looking at Hulk, as far as figure likeness, like I said, he looks really close to the Hulk. Basic articulation, you know, you can see some of it. It's not gonna be super hidden stuff, but it's an older figure, but definitely one of my favorites. I like him way better than the new Hulk. I saw the newer Hulk that came out. I wasn't a super huge fan. This isn't going to be the perfect figure, but like I said, it's more of a showpiece than anything else. You can get him into poses pretty easy, so I'm okay with that. Those little pinholes aren't really my favorite, but look at the giant Hulk hands. Classic giant Hulk hands. So kind of reminds me of the toy. The torso has some weird articulation. It's like it's not that cave-in plastic though, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. His actual hips don't rotate, so just a heads up there. Pluses and minuses, guys. I can get him into the splits. His legs, you kind of got to get him into the right position to make the splits work, but once you get him into position, he's pretty solid. So it did take me a couple of seconds to get that pose. I just cut it out, I clipped it out. So trying to get him into a standing position, or at least a posable position, you can kind of tell like how I'm struggling with the legs a little bit here. So but I really do like this figure as far as figure likeness and stuff. And you can get him into a pose pretty easily. So it's not like he's a stiff figure or anything like that with no movement. Look at the ankles are really crazy. His ankles are like ridiculous. So I'll try to get a closer look at that. Look at that. It's like, why would he do that? I don't know, but he can do it if you want him to. So that's one of the things I do remember, like the older Marvel Legends were able to do stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, that's the Hulk. Let's check out HulkBuster. Man, I really love the fight scene between Hulk and HulkBuster. Man, that's such a classic scene. Hulk tears him up, HulkBuster gets him back. Some wild stuff. They do tear up half the city though, so I'm not sure on how responsible Iron Man was being there, but as far as articulation goes, this is probably the least articulation figure. He's one of the biggest figures, but also his articulation is super limited. So you can't really do much for his torso. Like you can't even get it to stay. You have to really pull it and it'll click a little more, but it really is hard to do that. And of course, you know, his arms will pop off. Like the articulation is super limited for this figure, but it's again a trophy figure. You're getting it for the figure likeness and the rarity of the figure, and of course the figure size. So these are huge figures. But yeah, I wish I had more like accessories and like more posability with this one, so you can get him to stand up, but like his knees barely move, his ankles barely move, so You're not going to be able to do too many poses with him. You can definitely work some stuff out, but it's not going to be anything crazy. So it's pretty cool though, like just the figure likeness and like the realism of it. It's one of my favorite parts. It's not a hot toy or anything like that, and again, it was about $40 a figure, so I can definitely say this was worth the money there. So one of the biggest figures I have, one of my favorites too. So I really never gonna sell this, but I think it's got a little bit, it's worth a little bit of money now. So there it is compared to the Spider-Man. This is one of my old Spider-Man figures, so he's a 6.5 inch figure compared to the Hulk and the HulkBuster. Huge figures next to Spider-Man, like crazy, right? Check that out. What do you guys think though? All right, let's get another figure. We're gonna pull out another figure. This is the Iron Man figure, the battle damaged Iron Man. So I think he's a 7-inch figure. So there are different like sizes of the Marvel Legends. This is the 7-inch version, and again, huge size difference with these figures. So really cool stuff. All right, and here's a Street Fighter figure. This is Sagat. This is the biggest Street Fighter figure I have, I think. He's like by far, he's an inch taller than all the other figures, and still he's he kind of, they tower over him. It's crazy. So just a size comparison. We've also got Demon Slayer Tanjiro. So yeah, he's one of the smaller figures. He's still classified as a 7-inch figure, so he's about as big as the Spider-Man, right around Spider-Man and Iron Man's, right in the middle of that height. But again, super small compared to these ones. So Tanjiro, you gonna try and take him on? Think you can do it? Yeah, I didn't think so either. What do you think about the Hulk and the HulkBuster fight? That was still, like I said, one of my favorite scenes. So what do you think? Who would have won though? You think the Hulk, if they would have kept going, do you think the Hulk or the HulkBuster would have won? That's kind of what I'm wondering. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Also, where are you guys watching from? How did you find this video? I want to know that too. So if you can leave a comment, that would be dope. Hulk is out, man. He is probably not going to try against this size. Quick post test before we wrap this up. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because you guys, again, it helps. It goes a long way to support the channel. So just kind of showcasing these figures real quick today, letting you check them out. If you do want to buy them, I think you can find them on Amazon they're going to be well overpriced. So they're going to be in the $200 plus range if you're lucky. But I've seen them run up to $500 in price. So anyways, let's give him a final score. We're going to give him 2 scores. We're going to give 1 score for the Hulk. He struggled with his accessories. They don't come with any. So, and articulation was a little bit of a struggle, but we got him into the splits, so it works out. Figure likeness, bonus points for being a bragging right figure. So it's hard to find a good Hulk figure, you know what I mean? All right, anyways, let's give a score for HulkBuster. And he again struggled with accessories because there are none, and articulation took a hit as well for a total score. I even gave him an extra point for bragging rights just because of the size. 14 out of 20, guys. What do you think? You guys agree? Let me know in the comments. Dope or nope? Like and subscribe. And that's all I got today, guys. Check out the end of video poses, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.